Hi there, queers and comrades. It is Jason Wyman, aka Queerly Complex, and it is Monday, which means that it is time for another Jason Reads. Today, I'm going to be reading from Zapatista Stories for An Other World. This is by Subcomandante Marcos. The story I'm going to be reading is from 1995, but I believe this book was published in 2014 or thereabouts. This is a new book I just got, and I have already fallen in love with it. I'm reading this one really fast, which is an anomaly for me. But first, let me tell you about this week's Thursdays Are for Queers and Comrades. This week, we have an incredibly special guest. People Power Media's Priya Prabhakar and Joseph Smook will be joining us, and we'll be reading the highlights or the findings from a new report called Who is San Francisco Building For? Crystal and I host Reading Club every second Thursday, and it's an opportunity for all of us to bring our own readings, poetry, short stories, articles, could be written by us, could be written by someone else, and gather in circle and read them together. We'll have a spot for this new report, but we'll also have spots for everyone else to share their own reading as well. Again, this is part of Thursdays Are for Queers and Comrades, which also features Queer Art Club. Yay! It is really, truly fun for the entire family. Bring the whole queer, trans, non-binary family. We have space for you all. Doors open at 5:30 and it goes until about 9 o'clock. Reading Club starts around 7:15. You can find it all at queerlycomplex.com or join us at 465 South Van Ness right here in San Francisco, which is also known as Galamu. Now, for my reading. Today I'm going to be reading The Story of the Little Mouse and the Little Cat. It was collected on August 7th, 1995. Once upon a time, there was a little mouse who was very hungry and wanted to eat a little bit of cheese that was in the little kitchen of the little house. So the little mouse marched right up to the little kitchen to grab the little bit of cheese. But as it happened, a little cat appeared in front of him, and the little mouse got very frightened and ran away and couldn't get to the little bit of cheese in the little house. So the little mouse thought for some time about how to get the little bit of cheese in the little kitchen, and he came up with this. I know. I'll put out a little saucer of milk and the little cat will drink it right out because little cats really like milk. And then when the little cat is drinking his little saucer of milk and isn't paying attention, I'll go to the little kitchen and grab the little bit of cheese and gobble it down. What a great idea, gloated the little mouse. So the little mouse left to go look for a little bit of milk. But as it happened, the milk was in the little kitchen, and when the little mouse tried to go get the little milk, and the little cat appeared in front of him, and the little mouse got very frightened and ran away and couldn't go get the milk. The little mouse thought for some time about how he could get the milk in the little kitchen, and he came up with this. I know. I'll throw a little bit of fish really far away, and the little cat will run to eat the little fish, because little cats really like eating little fish. Then, when the little cat is eating his little fish and isn't paying attention, I'll go to the little kitchen and get the milk and put it in the little saucer, and when the little cat is drinking the milk and isn't paying attention, I'll go to the little kitchen and grab the little bit of cheese and gobble it down. What a great idea, gloated the little mouse. So the little mouse went to look for a little fish, but as it happened, the fish was in the little kitchen, and when the little mouse tried to go to the little kitchen, the little cat appeared in front of him. And the little mouse got very frightened and ran away and couldn't get to the little fish. And so the little mouse saw the little cheese he wanted, the milk, and the little fish were all in the little kitchen, and he couldn't get there because the little cat wouldn't let him. And so the little mouse said, Ya basta! Enough! And grabbed a machine gun and riddled the little cat with bullets and hurried to the little kitchen and found the fish, the milk, and the cheese had all gone bad and could no longer be eaten. The little mouse then went back to where the little cat was lying and chopped up his body and made a huge barbecue. And then invited over all of his little friends, and they had a party and ate barbecued cat and sang and danced and lived very happily. That is when history began. This is the end of our fable and the end of this missive. I remind you that divisions between countries serve only to define the crime of contraband and to justify wars. Indeed, there exist at least two things that transcend borders. One is the crime disguised as modernity that distributes misery on a global scale. The other is the hope that shame will exist only when someone misses a dance step, and not every time we look at ourselves in the mirror. To bring an end to the crime and make hope bloom, we need only to struggle and to become better. The rest falls into place on its own and is what fills libraries and museums. Conquering the whole world isn't necessary. It is enough to make it anew. Cheers. And know that for love, a bed is only a pretext. For dancing, a tune is only embellishment. And for struggle, nationality is merely an accident of circumstance. From the mountains of the Mexican southeast, Don Dorita de la Cadona. De la Cadona. All right, that's all I got. Want more? Go to queerlycomplex.com. Ciao, yo. Oh, and please don't forget to share this.